Raising the Dead. After the old man found it, the solitary upright marker bearing his mother's name, we worked for several days clearing the small hill of its 100 summers' growth, and then marched with pitchforks, side by side, shoving their fingers into the ground, feeling for what had been slowly bowed and buried by the dull weight of time that had lain so heavy upon these obstacles in its path of desired flatness. And when we felt the grip, the pull, we would slice the earth and slide our fingers below, force the cool slabs against the wind once more, restoring the eddies and swirls which formed their borders, and lifted our hair as we brushed away dirt, reading names and dates to each other, moving hands over faces growing both older and younger, until the entire hill was awakened. And not once did I think of the skulls which stared beneath our feet, but noticed instead how entire families would be laid out in descending scales of grief. All voices stopped within the same small circle of days, and how one family, from suckling child to still young father, had been taken by scrofula in the winter of 1868, the dark earthy sound of which I tried again and again in the thick summer air, imagining horses in snow, their hot labored breath warming hands in stubble fields, and thought it beautiful. Scrofula, I chanted as I slid the tines in. Scrofula is what I am searching for. It begins as an unspoken sound of blackness, circling high overhead, looking for someone able to hear its message of release, to blacken their lips with the passing of its taste, alone, and then in staggered harmony with those nearby. It begins as a whisper in a child's ear, growing louder and louder until no prayer for health or moan of love can penetrate the rush of night. So loud his very eyes become the lips which form the name, and all he can see is the small hill behind the barn. So it is there that he flies to lie in untouched silence, waiting for the others and those who would come much later, seeking soft marble. For 2 more days we built a fence around the hill, digging the holes by hand and tying the posts together in a complicated, old-fashioned way whose secret of doing I knew would vanish with the old man when he heard his own irresistible sound, the high whispered calling of his name in the ultimate foreign tongue.